Welcome to my edible garden. Today's episode, I'll be taking you into the fascinating world of aphids and ants. Aphids are small true bugs, which are insects of the superfamily Aphidoidea, which enjoy feasting on plants by sucking the sap out of them. They are also known as greenfly and blackfly, however different varieties range widely in colour. There are actually more than 500 species of aphid in the UK, varying in colour from green, black to yellow, grey, browns and oranges. Aphid infestations can take out whole crops of vegetables and can cause a lot of damage in the garden. And ants are often close by and have a big part to play when it comes to aphid infestations. You see, ants have the micro-farming world cornered. They farm aphids in similar ways as humans farm cows. But why do ants farm aphids? And what does aphid farming mean? Well, aphids chow down, sap-sucking the life out of various plants and produce a sugary honeydew which ants absolutely love to consume. Sometimes, ants will even stroke aphids with their antennae, which encourage the aphid's honeydew production. Ant colonies will go to great lengths farming their aphids in order to ensure that they have a strong, reliable food source, and will often carry young aphids onto new plants in order to set up and establish new colonies. Studies have discovered that ants will move aphids around and will even build them shelters when there is less protection around and in poor weather conditions. You'll often see aphids in concentrated groups in certain areas of your plants, which is also a tactic put in place by the ants. They restrict the aphids' movements, which ensures that the honeydew production produced is concentrated as opposed to being spread all over the plant. Ants will also bite off the wings from adult aphids in order to stop them from flying away. So, what can you do if you have an aphid infestation? Well, there are a few ways. Some people prefer to use chemical bug sprays, and some people prefer to use more natural or organic methods. In my edible garden, we often rely on more natural and organic methods such as ladybirds and neem oil. In today's episode, I'll be showing you one of my favourite natural methods. There are lots of different insects who rely on aphids as a food source. Some of the most commonly seen aphid predators in the UK are ladybirds, hoverflies and lacewings, who tend to lay their eggs on plants with aphid activity and infestations. Ladybirds are one of my favourite ways of dealing with aphid infestations in my edible garden. Ladybugs reproduce sexually, and after mating, a female ladybird can store the male sperm for up to 3 months before actually laying any eggs. Female ladybirds can lay up to 1,000 eggs within a period of 3 months. And they like to lay their eggs where there is an abundant food source, which tends to be next to aphid infestations. Their eggs can take between 3 to 10 days to hatch. Ladybird larvae will live for around a month before entering into a pupal stage, and during this time they will eat at an astonishingly fast rate. In fact, they can eat over 400 aphids in the space of 2 to 3 weeks before pupating, and can munch right through any aphid attack. So, what is the pupa stage? The pupa stage is when the ladybird larvae go through metamorphosis, a bit like when a caterpillar is turning into a butterfly, and after pupating, emerges as an adult ladybird. This year in my edible garden, we had a lot of black bean aphids attacking our squash, courgettes and runner beans. But we also had an army of ladybirds laying eggs in our nasturtium patch. So I carefully removed the leaves with eggs on just before they hatched and placed them in and around the plants with bad aphid attacks. And within a couple of weeks after hatching, the ladybird larva had eaten right through the aphid attacks and my vegetable garden started looking a lot happier. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, there are many ways to deal with aphid attacks. And in a future episode, I'll be talking to you about how to use neem oil. If you like this episode of My Edible Garden, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell in order to stay notified when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed.